Yo, shout out to my little baby boy on this one. I don't really know what autism is, or what it even means. I mean, I could spend my whole life reading books about it, but not one of those books would actually be about my little boy. So, what's the point? And I know that may sound a little ignorant, but I think I'll just continue learning what I need to know from him. Because I do believe that if I listen to him, then he'll teach me everything I need to know about his needs. So, without further ado, I love you, Marshall. Just keep doing what you're doing, baby. Yo. I don't know much about this word autism. All I know is what I learn from my boy when I'm with him. When I'm with him, I give him all that I can to be driven. Ain't no disability that my little man's be given. It's an ability, it's undoubtedly a gift. Until my boy was born, I thought the X-Men were a myth. Yeah, he might struggle with basic arithmetics, but I guarantee he's smarter than most of the other kids of his age. Because his brain won't engage and tell him what the word is that is written on the page. They just put it down as lazy with no effort displayed. So now he gets regarded as behind for his age. But he isn't behind, he's years ahead of his time. He's just utilising every single piece of his mind, and he only has an interest for the things that he likes. So he may not be listening to anything you recite. See, his thinking is literal to the level of critical. To be fair, it is pitiful that you cannot see it all. Then you go acting spiritual, telling me not to fear it all. But I believe he is biblical, cause my boy is a miracle. He was sent from the heavens, my little boy is an angel. He's the sweetest little kid ever, but can be a handful. Yeah, granted, he can be a little beggar to handle. He's like trying to put a square shape in a triangle. Because he's like that, they think he'll never fit in. So they stick him at the back and let him sit in the bin. It's like they only focus on the kids they think that'll win, cause the other kids are flourishing with curriculum. They fit into society, but my little boy don't. Or because his brain is wired differently to their own. It's like they don't have an understanding of what's going on. Just because he sees it differently don't mean he is wrong, but you tell him he's wrong, and then that fills him with rage, and then he starts acting up and you say he needs to behave. But if you stop for a second and listen to what he says, you would see that he's right. He just ain't sharing your page. He doesn't understand what you're trying to preach, and he don't have an interest in what you're trying to teach. But if you come to his level and find out what he needs, I can guarantee he'll show you things you wouldn't believe. Man, I swear. Show you things you've never seen, things you'd never think about, things you'd never dream, things he's taught himself doing his own little thing. So what if he don't want to be a part of a team? And so what if he don't want to join in a game? And so what if everybody thinks he ain't the same? And so what if he can only spell a few names? My boy burns brighter than the brightest flames. Yeah, he might struggle with his ABC, but he can spell his own name, and he can spell Presley, and he can spell Mum and Dad and Penny and Callie. And that's all that he needs, cause we are his family, and we're gonna be the support that he needs forever. And we'll show him that family means that we're in it together, and it don't matter whatever we will weather the weather or not. One of us will never reach the end of our tether with him. No, don't get me wrong, my boy can drive us berserk. It's like his brain is an overdrive and it don't ever jerk. Sometimes he'll have a meltdown cause the stress of it hurts. You see, a day in his head is like a decade at your work. Could you imagine what that would be like if you were a kid? A kid that has struggled with every day that he's lived. A kid that has his senses that are so sensitive that he can look at a colour and know the taste that it is. Autism is real, and it's nothing like crazy. Ain't no time to throw a monster, and it ain't misbehaving. It's not a child out of control, not a kid being lazy. It's actually a thing that was given to my baby. So now all I have to do is just focus and listen, and pay full attention to every lesson he's given. His life isn't easy like he was handed a mission, but being his daddy, I get to go on it with him, yeah. I love you, baby. All my babies. PKMP. Bosh. Mwah.